যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়, তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। যদি আলো না ধরে, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে, যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে, তবে বজ্রা নলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।
Hi guys, thank you for joining the live stream. First, let me check out what Milton Patel is saying here. He's from Bangladesh. He's saying, sorry Dada for stating this in an unrelated live stream to the news I'm about to share. A Hindu boy named Jitu Karmakar, who used to teach Gita and donate, who was vocal during the minority protest in Bangladesh, is badly beaten by Islamists in Sitakund. He didn't blasphemy or didn't do any crime. I'm scared to now even post about the atrocities against Hindus. In the name of religion, a village in Dinajpur was held hostage for 7 days. No Hindu could come out. Already 5 to 6 students were expelled. Sorry Dada for this long rant. Thank you for informing us. As perhaps somewhat of a minor antidote to all this, we are going to discuss fitness today. And for the curious onlookers who are not fit, who have never worked out, who don't come from an athletic background, who have never worked out in their lives, this discussion today, I would say, is especially for them, for the people starting out, because the first barrier they face is what equipments to buy, how much weights do I need to buy, do I even need to buy weights, because somewhere they have heard that freehand exercises are better, and I am a big fan of freehand workouts myself, and some of them don't have the time to go to a gym, some of them can't afford to go to a gym. So my first 10-15 minutes of this live stream will be spent on my personal recommendations for your home fitness workout regime. I will show you videos that you can follow along to, okay, and work out as you watch them, okay? Follow along workouts, and with variety. I will show you 3 fitness videos which you can do yourself by watching them, following them along, but do all of them differently on every other day, okay? So that you don't get bored, and also so that your muscles react differently in different situations. They are ready for every situation. One of them will help you for self-defense as well, somewhat, okay? And you don't need any equipment for 99.99% of the workouts I'm about to show you, okay? For just 2 of these workouts, you will need some equipment, but even that is not entirely 100% necessary, okay? Abhishek Singh is saying, do you think the recent nuisance by Islamist mobs in Kolkata is in response to TMC politicians joining Ram Navami rally, just a way of showing Didi what really her position is without them? A bit of that, and a bit of late payments of doing processions, okay? Without money, none of this happens. Without funding, none of this happens. So where were they until the Waqf bill was passed? Right after it's passed, after that their payments probably came, and that's when they started doing this. Now, the fitness aside, what is going on in WB? Things that are waking up urban raised, semi-atheist, Bengali middle class, upper middle class kids, people, even metalheads, even people who are Brahmin Boidokaiso themselves. That's a huge change. Jai Shri Ram Ninar. BSF deployed apparently. Okay, let's start. So the very first, and all the workouts I'm about to show you today are about 40-45 minutes each. Okay, so you don't need to spend like 1.5 hours, 2 hours in every workout. And as a beginner or even as a reasonably fit person, you probably won't be able to complete all of these workouts by watching along with them, but someday you will be. Your target is to someday reach a position where you can complete the entire workout while watching them. Okay, and I guarantee you this: the day you can complete these entire workouts, okay, no one can touch you without weapons. So my first video, not my first video, the first video we are going to check out. You can note them down. Someday I'll post links as well. First is this one. Search by typing BJJ follow along workout beginners. This is just beginners, which no one will be able to complete. And again, I have no hatred for gym bros. They are fitter than the person who doesn't work out. But none of them, no gym bro in the world can complete any of these workouts. Most of them won't even be able to finish the warm-up rounds of these workouts. Okay, that's how powerful freehand home workouts are. And you don't need to get into complexities of biceps on this day, chest on that day, triceps on that day, etc. You can sort out the push and pull workouts. Maybe push meaning everything that you press and push-ups and stuff, or pulls, though those you can do on separate days, but I don't care. I don't have time for that much complexity. I believe in working out the entire body every day, and that can be done because as opposed to gym workouts, in gym bodybuilding workout, specifically bodybuilding, which is a very specific sport meant to enhance the aesthetics of your muscles, the priority is not really fitness, lung endurance, strength, etc. The priority there is aesthetics of the muscles, the shape of the muscles, and as a side effect or the byproduct of that, you get some fitness and obviously strength and stuff. But in these workouts, you won't probably come out looking like a model, but you will be able to do things. That's my priority, personal. And I think if that should be the priority of anyone who's getting into workouts, is what can your body do versus how your body looks. So in these workouts, the way the body will end up being is that it will be able to do a bunch of things, but how it looks will probably depend on your genetics. Okay, so the first one is BJJ solo total body workout with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu movements beginner. Okay, remember this thumbnail. I'll just show you a bit of these workouts. Yeah, Tanohika Vanse. Obviously, of course, muscle strength increases. How else are they pulling up, like doing 80 kg, 90 kg deadlifts and stuff? But the application of those workouts are problematic. That's why they are not called functional fitness. This is functional fitness, functional training. Because when it comes to an application in a situation where your body needs a lot of strength, you don't do isolated muscle things. Okay, your entire body comes together to do a particular thing. And plus a lot of dead weight is needed. You end up using a lot of dead weight in real life situations, whereas in bodybuilding workouts you mainly hold things which are easy to hold. Okay, let's just take Abhishek Singh's comment here. He's saying, if all Hindus in West Bengal could start basic workout every day, maybe just 20 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, 50 sit-ups, they'll be better off. The testosterone boost will change their outlook. Absolutely. Your target should be someday 42 push-ups in one set, 80 sit-ups in one set, if not in 2 minutes at least, and 12 pull-ups, because that's the basic requirement for our para-SF Indian Army guys as well. Okay, so that should be your basic human existence fitness level. Okay, just workouts. Remember, this is just the beginners thing. And even that, I'm challenging no gym bodybuilding workout bro can complete this 33 minutes, just 33 minutes.
The position.
These moving. Are the warm-ups. Okay, mobility, all your joints, every inch of your muscle.
Almost done. Keep moving back and forth. Control.
Muscles are waking up. And for beginners here who won't be able to complete even one of these, do as many as possible. If he is going on doing them for 1 minute, you do them for 10 seconds if possible, but push as much as you can. Obviously, remember, every morning someone somewhere in the world is getting up preparing to kill you. They don't know you, obviously, but but what they do know is someday they will meet someone like you on the streets, on some battleground, and they will have to hurt you. Remember, you are training for that day to either save yourself or hurt them back. So push as much as you can. If 1 minute is not possible, fair enough. Take 10 minutes, 10 seconds, take 20 seconds rest, then continue as long as his set goes. When he changes his set, then change with him as well. Beautiful mobility. All his joints are waking up. Shishandu, yes, weight training is great. I do them myself. But the stuff I'm about to show you are more important for real life situations. These are still warm-ups. Now here comes some workouts, okay? And these workouts are focused on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training for beginners, which is a combat sport itself. So you know that by doing this, you are getting combat ready, not Mr. Olympia ready. And record yourself if possible, okay? Record yourself so that you can compare your technique, your positionality, your how much you are going down, how much you're going up. Compare them with this guy so that you understand that whether you are doing them perfectly or not. Because people who do specific workouts in wrong technique end up doing a lot more sets, a lot more reps, that is repetitions in one set, but they think that they did a lot, but they're not getting enough effects out of them. Okay, if you are spending the time, then you must get the most out of it, which you won't if your technique is wrong. All these are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training workouts, and I just lost 15 viewers because I'm discussing fitness. Individual responsibility is something devilishly kept away from the Hindu mind. Everything must be done by we. Why don't we do something? Why aren't we doing something? Why isn't the government doing something? Shouldn't we do something? It's all we and government and us. There's no me or I. Me and I comes only when it's time to fuck your siblings in times of partition. Check this out. Okay, this is a rough idea. Someday, when you can complete 33 minutes of this, then you can move on to other workouts by this guy. Okay, this is the name of the channel, Ultimate Training. It's called BJJ Solo Total Body Workout with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu movements. Okay, beginner. Then you can move to intermediate and advanced level stuff. Okay. Next, on the other day, okay, I want you to do this. Search by typing shadow boxing with Nate Bauer. See if you can see this clearly. SHADOW space BOXING space N for Nigeria, T for Timbuktu, E for explosion, space Bauer, B for Bombay, O for oxygen, W for what the fuck, E for explosion, R for Randy Orton. Nate Bauer. Shadowboxing with Nate Bauer. Now, he has many videos. This one is my favorite, this 26-minute video, okay? One day. This can be your entire workout for just one day, okay? Just do 26 minutes of shadowboxing. The day you can complete this entire 26-minute regime, no one can touch you. The video is called Calorie Killer 20-minute shadowboxing, HIIT meaning high intensity interval training, HIIT workout for beginners at home. This is also a beginner's workout. Again, I challenge, no gym bro, no bodybuilding guy can complete 26 minutes of this. All this is beginner stuff for functional strength. Okay. Um, I'll give you a basic rundown how to follow it along. Okay. So for example, here for 1 minute, you will have to go on repeating the combination called in shadowboxing 2-1-1. 2 is your right hand goes straight. Imagine you are hitting somebody, and 1 is your left hand hitting somebody in the front. Okay. And in shadowboxing, in boxing, in any striking art, in striking martial art, when you hit somebody, it means striking. Okay. As opposed to Brazilian jiu-jitsu or wrestling, they are called grappling arts. Okay. Because you're grappling them with them. So just like the metaphor of grappling with this problem. Okay. I'm wrestling with this problem. Like Jordan Peterson's new book, We Who Wrestle with God, meaning we who wrestle with the idea of God. Okay. Like the word Israel means we who wrestle with God, or wrestling with God, to wrestle with God. So whenever in these striking arts you hit one arm, okay, you use one punching arm, the other arm is always supposed to protect the side of your face, so that the moment when you are hitting with this arm, by that time your opponent should not be able to hit you from the side on your face. Okay, so it has to be in this position. Always protect your head, forehead, cheeks, and use that time to hit front. Okay, so this is 2, this is 1. Right hand is 2, left hand is 1. And also remember something very important. Your breathing has to be synchronized in any workout. And when you become somewhat used to working out, your breathing will by default be very synchronized for every situation in your life. Okay. And that's the fun part. And when you do that, people who do pranayam will know your general stress will go down. And stress does not mean just mental pressures. Stress means your blood cortisol levels going up because of mental pressures. And when your breathing is very synchronized and it's in perfect rhythm, you don't stay very tensed for very long because of your breathing. That's how your body and mind is connected. This is what the mental health mafia never acknowledges. Okay. When you breathe in a very rhythmic way, your stress gets controlled. Okay. Now, the breathing for shadowboxing or any boxing, any striking art for that matter, is whenever you hit out, whenever you punch out, whenever you hit any kind of 1 or 2, you have to breathe out very significantly so that maximum pressure is given out. You can't hit someone very hard if you are breathing in or if you are holding your breath. With every punching out, it has to be this way. Okay. Best is if you keep your lips closed, mouth closed, and breathe out from your nose. Even if mucus and stuff comes out, that's how you have to get used to it. For beginner stuff, maybe for the first 1 week, you can breathe out of your mouth, but keep it always synchronized. When you do this 2 and then 1, that's how it has to be. If you can breathe in between those 2 ones, it's not a problem. If you can't, that's also okay. But all you have to remember is you have to breathe out when you are punching out. Okay. So that's how it has to be. Let's see some other combinations. These are called combos. Okay. And for the 30-second rests, he will do something called parry. You can watch him and do it.
Jab, and we're going to...
These are also called jabs. Okay. These straight arm things. Keep the footwork the way he is doing. See? 1 right hand, 2 left hands, straight. Let's see. Round 2 is 1-6-2. Okay. 1 is again left hand straight. 6 is an uppercut with your right hand. Imagine you are hitting someone on the chin. Okay. So it has to go this way. And every time you hit even the 6, your other arm has to be covering your face. This is 6 and this is 5. So all the numbers are 1, 2, 3. This is a hook. You have to keep your hand while covering you have to use your hand to cover up your foreheads. The 3 is, remember, do it like a C. Imagine you are drawing a C here. Imagine the guy is standing here in a bit of a distance in front of you. So this is a 3, then this is a 4, and then this is a 5, an uppercut to his chin, and a 6 to his chin. So this is going to be 162. So 1, then 6, and then this hand comes back to give a 2. Okay, and all with very, very accelerated forced breaths. So that with the breath, your full power comes out. So, and this I can show you here, of course. And then this is a 2. Check out the technique. It's all music, so I'm keeping it mute. Do this for another full minute. Let's see what's the third round. Yeah. 1, 2, slip, then right, then 2, 3. Slip right. You will see what slip right is. I can show you here. 1 is left hand straight jab, 2 is right hand straight jab, 2 is again this, and 3 is this hook with a left hand. Draw a C here. But every time, keep your head covered and breathe out. So see what's a slip right. You just have to move right, because you have to always be on your toes, so that if you are fixed in one position, you have more of a chance of getting hit. You see what he's doing? Let's check this out in slow-mo. Check out what's the slip right. Just a slight bit of a ducking on the right. That's slip right. Bit of a ducking, and then 252 is pretty simple. Right hand straight, left hand jab, uppercut to the chin, and again right hand straight. Keep on breathing. And then round 5. This will be fun. Power squat and burpee. If you're a beginner, you need a break. Fair enough. Take 5 seconds break after doing 3 or 4, and then keep on doing it. End the workout with this. Just 26 minutes of your time every day. Not every day, every alternate day. Here to learn this thing is 24 a good age to start these. Got weak bones, calcium, vitamin D deficiency, and pain here and there. Here to learn. See, first of all, unless your patella, meaning Malai Chaki, is broken, any age is good to start. Unless your LCA, I forgot the names. What are the ligaments around your knees? LC or MC or something. Unless you have torn ligaments, any age is good to start. Does not matter at all. Age does not matter. Remember this forever. For fitness, for strength, for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, age does not matter at all. It is 100% a lie if anybody ever says age matters in this. Weak bones means your bone density is low, which means whatever calcium you are consuming, they are not going straight to your bones. It means your body is not creating enough demand for the calcium to reach the bones, okay? Calcium deficiency is a scam. No matter how much calcium you consume, no matter how much protein you consume, no matter how much D3 you consume, they will go to your poop, or the calcium will go straight to your joints and choke up your joints even further if you don't create the demand for those nutrients in your bones and in your muscle, okay? Just working out is the solution to each and every problem you mentioned, okay? Trust me on this. Vitamin D deficiency. No matter how much you roam about in the sun, no matter how much overdosing on D3 you do, it won't matter if you don't work out, okay? Think of India. Everyone drinks milk all day. Everyone's soaking up on milk tea all day, and they're going on suffering on calcium deficiency. How? Where's that calcium going? Right? Because they don't work out. Your body is meant to be a certain way historically, and all the food we have around us makes us survive accordingly. When you don't do one half of that lifestyle, the other half of just providing nutrients won't work at all. Your body has to create the demand which will be fulfilled by those nutrients. Okay, trust me. And I have uh, actually proven this on another friend of mine. Now he is doing his PhD in USA. He had the same problem. He had gone to countless orthopedics. One of them told, "This is not a problem, work out." And he didn't listen to him. He even went to some therapists because he thought that problem might be just mental, because he was forever in his life going on facing some bone pain problem or the other in somewhere, in some portion of his body or the other. And one day he came to my house and we were discussing good reading postures. That's when I was beginning to read Sanjeev Sanyal and stuff, and I was having a hard time finding any healthy posture. I have found out that there is basically no healthy good posture to read books. That's not something our body is designed to do, unless you lie down on your chest and read a book like this, which is an uncomfortable as fuck position. But he said that his elbows pain if he stays like this for too long. So I said, "You are a pussy. That's why you're saying this." 2-3 months later, I had shared something on WhatsApp that these are the 5-6 guys who have changed my life. Online people, retired military people, motivational speakers and stuff. So he said, "Send me some of their videos. Who are these people?" That guy is now fitter and stronger than me. All bone pain bullshit has disappeared in the air, just like the calcium of all milk drinkers in India disappears. So all you have to do is create the demand for these nutrients. Then your problem will be solved. Absolutely. ACL and MCL, yeah. Here to learn, without too much disrespect for doctors, but they need business. It's capitalism. Okay, you don't bend down because spine pain increases, right? Yeah. For that, the solution is not these workouts. For that, the solution is full stretch regimens. Okay, I'll show you some stretching stuff. But basic stuff, which you learned in PT in school. Okay, put your arms like this, sit on the floor, touch your feet. Then spread your legs out as much as you can. Put your hands behind your head. Try to touch the floor with your nose as much as you can. Okay, all that will free up your joints. Then roll over, get on your chest, try to get up in that yoga position. Okay, these are the yoga is best for stretches. And you are into a lot of Hindu theology stuff, I am sure you will know some yoga workouts as well. They will solve every back pain stuff for you in your body. Okay, okay, so this I want you to do on the second day after the first day, or you can do anything anyway, but alternate day should be your shadow boxing workout, so that you are trained for a situation where you have to defend yourself, and your lung endurance is off the fucking charts. Okay, Tenoika Banzai, incidentally, every food has calcium more or less, and none of that gets used up because people don't work out. Everything has calcium. Half Blood Prince is saying that I started running recently and fruits and home meals only. I lost weight but no strength and belly fat not going, but hands and legs got slim. I'm so glad you brought this up, and because I'm no fan of running, and when I say this, people who don't run get pissed off, and people who run also get pissed off, because working out is like a religion with everyone. So it always gets into ugly debates and stuff. But running, I would say, is almost pointless because of the amount of pressure and let's say the amount of work you are making your knees do. In return, you are not getting back enough. All you are getting is a bunch of lung endurance. Fair enough, lung endurance is great. But see here you are getting lung endurance as well. At the same time, you are learning a bunch of fighting skills, as well as you are not fucking up your knees. If someone is, let's say, like 5'9" to 6 feet, and they are above 75 kg and they start to run, their knees are fucked. If someone is 80 kgs and stuff and they go to the gym and they do back rested leg raises and stuff, they do 100 200 of that, they will need knee replacements by the time they're 50. Okay, don't use up your joints for no fucking reason. And also, running has bad aging properties somehow. Every runner you'll see looks like they are 30 years older than they actually are. Okay, so alternate days. Any day of the week, start with the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu home workout that I just showed, then shadowboxing, then the stuff I'm going to show, or you can start with the stuff I'm about to show now, and then on the next day you do this shadowboxing workout, and then the third day you do the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu solo home workouts. Okay. Okay. Now this. Type by writing, search by typing, Navy SEAL training. Many different kinds of videos will come up, but you'll have to click on this. Uploaded 10 years back. It's called the Navy SEALs workout. This is just a 49-minute workout. So all I've shown you right so far is one video was 33 minutes. The shadowboxing one was 26 minutes. This one is 47 minutes. Okay. All I'm asking you is to give 26 minutes, 33 minutes, 46 minutes of your time every day. And I guarantee you, the day you are able to complete all of these workouts fully, no one can touch you without weapons. Okay. And again, this one also, I will challenge you. No gym bro bodybuilding workout guy can even finish just the warm up part of this video. Okay. No one in Kolkata. And you can do this at home or in AC and stuff. People work out in AC. But remember, these guys are doing it on the sunny beaches of California. These are Navy SEALs training, and their instructor, who are retired Navy SEALs themselves, are working out with them. They are doing the entire set with them. Half-Blood Prince, exactly what you are searching for, we are discussing right now. The 3 videos I'm showing, if you do them alternate day, all week, take 1 day rest, you are getting exactly what you're looking for. Gravity, good question. Duration should be that whatever the length of the video is, only 30-35 minutes. But obviously the beginners can't finish any of these sets, right? So what I'm proposing is, let's say the workout is push-up. Let's say one guy is hypothetically going on doing push-ups for 1 entire minute. I am saying you follow along with him. Stop when your body is completely giving up. Take a 10-second rest, then continue along with him. Then change the set when he's going to, let's say, sit-ups, and then do sit-ups with him. Again, do 10-20 seconds, whatever your body allows you. Take a 10-second rest, then go on. And then again, if you fail, take another 10 seconds rest, then go on. But go on with the sets along with them only. Then you will be able to at least get into a routine of how much to work out in a day, because those things also fuck our workouts up most. No, the routine of it all. That's the most frustrating part. Absolutely what Inner is saying. Running is fun, it's draining, and it's pointless draining. You will be drained even after all of this, but you're not getting much in return. Okay, these are not the workouts. These are just intro, cool dialogues and stuff. Okay, so these are basic PT workouts. Warm-ups are beautiful. Jumping jacks, everyone has done them in high school. Oh, it's Poila Boishakh right now. Oh, happy Bengali New Year to everyone. Thank you, Rohan Dante, for reminding me. These are the warm-ups. These are your relaxation stuff in between workouts, in between sets, okay? Because in Bengali, what we call hat dhore jawa ব্যথা hai, or let's say, at what point are your hands giving up, okay, while doing a workout? At that moment, what's basically going on in your body is a lot of lactic acid is getting or is choking up your pathways, or all your blood pathways in your body, okay? So you must do this and that, these stuff, keep your shoulders relaxed and stuff, so that the lactic acid moves away. No, you get rest in between sets. Yeah, like one set has just ended. He's explaining what to do in the next set. Oh, Poila Boishakh is in 15th. Lol, एक दिन पहले ही कर दिया. आज तो 14th April है ना? Oh, आज तो 12th April है. Lol. Oh, by the way, Steven Wilson is coming to Kolkata. I'll have to buy the tickets, I guess. Oh, mongolbar পয়লা বৈশাখ, yeah, my dog's second vaccination. Again, these are basic stuff we have done in school, but they are in fact absolutely important workouts. Just follow along with them, okay? See what they are doing and then go on. These are still warm ups, okay? And I guarantee you, no gym bro can finish this warm up session. Okay, now pull ups. Pull up bars obviously something most people don't have at their homes. If you can, get to a pull up bar, because pull up bars are probably the second most important workout you can do, and they are insanely tough even after years of doing them. Like people who are pros get to about 10, 15, 20 pull-ups, okay? That's because that's where rubber meets the road. You can't add randomly any weight and do 100, 200 reps in pull-ups, okay? Pull-ups are a bitch. And uh, don't buy those pull-up bars on Amazon and stuff, which are just attached without anything on the walls by just doing. I don't know how they work, but you don't have to drill and stuff. They are just stuck to the wall. They are too risky in my opinion. I prefer the ones that are drilled with 5, 6 nails into the wall. Now, one guy I knew who actually put used a pull-up bar in his home, which was drilled into the wall, but even then it came out. So pull-up bars at home are always risky. So if you can manage a good pull-up bar, which and your walls are really great, your home is really great, and your parents allow you, or if you are living in a hostel, if they allow you, then you can, of course. If you can't, when this pull-up session is going on, do something else. Any of the other workouts, keep on doing them during the phase that they are doing pull-ups. If you don't have pull-up bars, you can do burpees. Burpees are kind of good for your lats as well. Yeah, hanging is not a problem. The beginning step is always hanging only. Yeah, our body is evolved for that, but it's not for improving our strength. If you run a lot, you'll be good at just running and nothing else. That's a problem. Especially combat sport athletes, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athletes. They don't run at all. Like, check out our discussion with Varun Sanyal even. We discussed this. So people who have access to pull-up bars, follow along with them. Different grip pull-ups, but 3 reps each, okay? Because these are still kind of warm-ups. Okay, then dips again. Even I don't have access to dips bars. So what I do is, you all can do any other workout during the time that they spend doing dips. What I do is, I just sit down with my legs folded and I hold myself up with my arms. The kind of stuff that Baba Ramdev does as well, just to work out my arms, and then repeatedly pull yourself up. Okay. Again, now back to stuff that does not require equipments. Okay. Push-ups, simple push-ups. He will describe to you how to do them. What are the perfect techniques? Without good technique, you will never get enough gains. And while doing a push-up, always look front. That's something people ignore for some reason. See, he is looking front. The reason you must look front is because so that your optical nerves are in the perfect position. Looking down actually makes the push-up easier even. And for women, uh, I don't see how you can do these workouts without a sports bra. And specifically for push-ups, you have to wear a sports bra. But for men, we do it up until our chest touches the floor. Okay. What you'll have to do is, since your breasts will be touching the floor pretty early on, you'll have to ignore the fact that your breasts are touching and not put any pressure, any weight on your breasts. Wait till the part that your cleavage touches the floor. Okay, that's the way to do a perfect push-up for a woman. Or just touch your chin if you are too busty, like if your breast size is 36, 38 and stuff, then push-ups are going to be impossible for you. Then just try touching your chin. Eke Brahmo, it does. Try to divide them 10 kgs on both hands, then it's actually a workout. The workout is called farmer's walk. That it has a name even. Some nice push-ups. Beautiful push-up stuff. Then in the end, they do Dan Baitak as well. It's now called Hindu push-up in the West also. Still going on with push-ups, 23 minutes in. Next, sit-ups, crunches and stuff. Go along with them. The moment you feel your body has given up, remember, before giving up, someone got up that morning trying to kill you. You have to save yourself, save your family, or hurt them back. So if at all, even then your body does give up, take a 10-second rest and then go on with the set along with them. Rohanant, I can't answer that. I can neither confirm nor deny. Afin, some of it is a little backdated knowledge because running used to be popular in the olden days. Some of it might be useful because they require a lot of running in their daily profession only. We don't need that. And they get paid to be fit. You don't. You have another separate profession. So you shouldn't spend any time running because you will mainly require lung endurance, strength, and endurance and functional fitness, etc. And Indian Army people don't just run, by the way. They do a whole bunch of other stuff. So how will you run 35 kilometers, then do the other stuff? Since you are not in the army, you'll have to do just the other stuff because with running, you're not getting anything. Flutter kicks for your lower abdomen. Abdomen. What the fuck am I saying? Your lower abdomens. So your lower abs and stuff. Tough question from Betomang. That's a daily protein source for a Bangali. Doing all this and also gaining weight simultaneously, access to protein powder, not possible. If you are a kid who's in college and stuff and you don't have money for protein powders and stuff, then I understand. Otherwise, even if you are a student, I would ask why. Because there's no way you are going to get concentrated protein other than eating a whole bunch of meat. So if you want to kill a bunch of animals unnecessarily and eat a bunch of oil and stuff along with that, then go ahead and eat a bunch of chicken breast and stuff, because only chicken breast has meat. Or if you don't have much love for Hindu sentiments, then you go ahead and eat beef as well, or pork and stuff. Pork has too much worms, I've heard. So specific body parts of different animals that have a lot of protein. But unless it's non-meat stuff, or because with dal and all, you're not going to get anything. Okay, 5 gram, 6 gram in every full meal. So how much are you going to eat in a day from just natural sources? It's almost impossible. You'll have to spend your whole day eating 3 heavy meals with a bunch of nutritious food. You'll spend your entire lifetime cooking. So I'm a big fan of protein shakes, bro. People who say protein shakes are fake and stuff, भाई तुम योगा करो और फास्टिंग करो, प्राणायाम करो और सोच लो कि बहुत बड़े फिट बन गए हो, स्ट्रेंथ हो गया है तुम्हारा, और फालतू की बातें हमको मत बोलने आओ. प्रोटीन शेक में हर ग्लास में तुम्हें 20 ग्राम, 23 ग्राम, 25 ग्राम प्रोटीन मिल रहा है. वो और किसी भी तरह पॉसिबल नहीं है. I don't consume dairy unless it's some friends hang out and we are having ice cream. So I take pea protein, PEA, kodai shuti. Pea protein is my favorite. I take a company called NutraBay. It has about 23-25 grams of protein. Even if I consider them lying, I'm getting something out of them definitely, because on the days I have experimented, when I work out heavily and the next day I don't take any protein shake, my body is completely fucked. But if I work out and the next day I take that protein shake, my body is completely normal. Okay, there's some soreness. Muscle soreness is a sign of protein deficiency the next day. Okay, so if protein powder is impossible for you, Then depend on chicken breasts and stuff, and mutton. I don't know which body parts are heavy in protein. All body parts of all animals are not heavy in protein. Eggs are good. Eggs will give you 3-4 grams of protein. So have 2-3 egg whites, and or 4-5 egg whites and 1 or 2 egg yolks. Eggs are cheaper than protein shakes, yes, but cheapness is relative. See, how much will you spend on a what 1 kg of protein shake? About 1,000 rupees, but you'll use them for about a month and a half, because because usually the standard scoop for every protein shake is 30 grams. So 30 grams of protein shake every day. And with eggs, if you want 23 grams of protein, every egg has about 3 to 4 grams of protein. So imagine how many eggs you'll have to eat to get 23 grams of protein. You'll die of heart attack by the time you're 42. Almost impossible. Which type of protein powder is best when it comes to protein shakes? My favorite is pea protein. Kodai shuti. Mechanically extracted protein. What about hand strength? I can't even do 10 push-ups, forget about pull-ups, and my weight is not too much, but still. Yeah. By trying to do push-ups. See, effort matters everything, Half Blood Prince. How many you do does not matter at all. The effort that you put into every push-up, every pull-up is triggering your muscles to grow further tomorrow. Your body knows that, okay, today you can do 1 push-up. Your muscles are ready for 1 push-up. You break them down completely. Your muscles are fucked that day. Your body realizes, oh my god, this guy wants to do more push-ups. Let's give him more more muscles. And where are they going to get more muscles? Now use up the protein, etc., calcium, everything. Give his bones more calcium, the calcium that he's consuming anyway. Let's use them now. The protein that he's consuming every day, let's send them to his muscles now, because his body is now creating demands. So just wait it out. You will get the strength. Yes, Pankaj. NutraBay pea protein isolate. Flutter kicks, beautiful for lowered abdomens. Oh, a bit of stretch as well. Hey, here to learn. You are sorted here. After the day's push-ups, you do these. On the rest days also, just do stretches. Side effects of protein shakes? Yeah, everybody's body is different. I have never had any side effect of protein shakes, but I have heard from some reviews and stuff that some people had loose motion and stuff. If you get loose motions, try another brand, or if you get loose motion in every protein shake, then give up on them and hope for the best with chicken breasts. And protein shakes are, after all, artificial stuff. So whenever 1 jar of protein shake ends, for a few days I work out and don't eat protein shakes anyway. I just give my stomach a rest, because after all they are artificial crap. ভেতবাং ইজ সিং, দাদা এইসব ওয়ার্কআউট করতে প্রতিদিন কত সময় দিতে হবে? প্রথম না হয় একটু বেশি লাগবে, তাও অ্যাভারেজ। এই তো তখন বললাম তো, the length of the videos I'm showing, just follow along with them only. This one is 49 minutes, 47 minutes. The shadow boxing one was 26 minutes, and the first one I showed was 33 minutes. No need to do more than that. Don't judge me, but any way to get a bit taller for 24? No, that's not up to you. It's up to your pituitary gland. This workout is called Good Morning Darlings. Your legs will be just about to touch the floor but won't touch, and you'll have to do this and this repeatedly. Whey protein 45 gram per 2 scoops. So 45 gram 2 scoops. I'm getting 25 grams from 1 scoop, so it's pretty much the same. And with whey protein, you are getting all the horseshit that's given to cows: steroid, antibiotic, estrogen to cows for their fertility, etc. Okay, you're going to get that in whey proteins as well. So I stay away from animal products in that case. AK Promo is saying, if I have half my body weight in grams of protein, I get a little constipated. Gotta have fibers to counter. Yes, and as well as AK Promo, you have to have different sources of protein. Let's say in that case, have 1 protein shake with from pea, as well as have 1 whey protein shake in the night and stuff. Don't know why most martial races have a pastoralist or meat-based diet. For example, Mongols. Yeah, because back then there were no protein shakes. No, Animals are a great source of protein, concentrated protein. Like in vegetables, you can get a same amount of protein, but you'll have to eat thrice the amount of food. That's the problem. Mutton is health wise, mutton is probably the best of all meats because by default, goats are free range. They are roaming about here and there. Okay, so these 3 videos are my recommendations for what to do on your own at your home without any equipments. Now, let's get into the greatest discussion on fitness of all time, according to me, where you'll have your concepts clear, how your body functions, what does your body need, why does it need it, okay? This is the best and best of all. Joe Rogan is the host. The guest is someone called Firas Zahabi, an MMA trainer based in Canada, a Lebanese Muslim. He is the trainer of George St. Pierre, probably the greatest MMA fighter in the world. He is my second favorite. My favorite is Khabib. So check out what he says. And the podcast is 3.5 hours long almost, but that's not the last 1 hour is about religion and philosophy for some reason. At the end of 2.5 hours, just when Joe is saying that, okay, now we are ending the podcast, they casually get into a question of atheism versus theism, and all of a sudden they talk another 1.5 hours about just philosophy and religion. We don't need to check that really, but we will check out the fitness discussion part. Check out what Niner is saying. Firas Zahabi has been on Joe Rogan twice, but we are going to check out this one where he was wearing this red sleeve t-shirt. Okay, greatest fitness discussion of all time. Listen very carefully.
Boom. I don't want to start off like this is a commercial, dude, but this fucking thing you have, this
Nina, maybe you are an ectomorph. Maybe you will see the positive side effects if you quit everything with estrogen. Kelly, I forgot his surname. This guy, Kelly, he wrote a famous book. I'll show you the book. If you all can download the PDF and read it, it will change your life. It's called Becoming a Supple Leopard, the ultimate guide to resolving pain, preventing injury. Here to learn, I hope you're listening. And optimizing athletic performance. It's by Kelly Starrett and Glenn Cordoza. Let me show you the book. Yeah. This is the book. You can check out this guy's workouts, his podcasts, and his book. First and foremost, if you read it, see the diagrams and stuff. This will solve your all joint pain, general movement issues. Okay, mobility issues. Okay. And hilariously, this guy came on Joe Rogan's podcast back when nobody knew Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan behaved very disrespectfully with him because back then Joe Rogan himself was a bodybuilding gym bro. He didn't know anything other than bench presses and all rubbish. And Joe Rogan was drunk on that podcast, so he was going on saying, "Oh, what the fuck do you know? What the fuck do you know? Shut up, pussy." And Kelly Starrett held his own, but later Joe Rogan fully got into his kinds of program, and Firas Zahabi in this podcast went on bringing up and appreciating Kelly Starrett. So it's an absolutely mind-boggling book. I have read it myself. Do read it. This book is called Becoming a Supple Leopard. Supple meaning but wo badan ma phurti chahi phurti lagan, that kind of a leopard. Okay. Abhishek Singh is saying, what's your take on TRT that older men are taking up lately? If it is taken by older men, then yes. Before 50, especially if you do work out, there's no point. It doesn't do anything significant. Everything, all the TRT benefits can be had for a normal guy our age and or in their 30s, 40s, etc. by just sleeping 8 hours and taking D3 and working out, of course. Good question. Isolated, if you just measure lung endurance, then yes. But that lung endurance isn't going to come into any use other than winning a competition of lung endurance. That's it. And even then, I would think a wrestler would beat them even at that. No, TRT is not. It's not bad, but it's pointless. That's what I'm saying. You can get the same amount of testosterone by just sleeping 8 hours, doing D3 and working out, doing high explosive workouts, which we will discuss in this workout. TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. Yes, Navamimarsh. Oh, I forgot to cast this. Lol. Check out this conversation. We'll listen to this more carefully after I respond to Tenoheka Banzaiya. Most ghee is adulterated with estrogen, right? Farm raised cows, possibly not. Especially stuff like Ramakrishna Mission farm raised cows. See, they get cows in general get testosterone. I mean estrogen, steroids, and antibiotics because of steroids because of random injuries from falls and stuff, or because of getting sick and stuff, or they're on the verge of dying. Antibiotics for the same reason, and estrogen for their milk production and repeated pregnancy, because their entire lives are spent just getting fucked with an iron rod and giving babies until they die at the age of 4 or 5, even though their life cycle suppose it should be about 20 years. So for farm raised cows, if at all they are, I don't think they require estrogen and steroid and antibiotic all the time, because they won't fall sick as much, because they're just simply roaming about having a nice cow life. Estrogen, probably yes. Probably yes. If they are looking at it as a business, then probably yes, because without estrogen, their fertility will be lesser. Their milk production will be lesser. Arutvik is saying they're supposed to check in case of duck feet, check the range of movements before exercise or training. I've had multiple joint issues because I did not take care of it while I was young. Hope you read this as a message for kids. Yes, but you'll find out after working out only, and that's the best part about freehand workouts. The margin of error, the margin of possibility of injuries is lesser. Let's say with push-ups, what's the worst injury that can happen? What's the worst? You'll have a pulled muscle on the shoulders for a week. That's it. So with freehand workouts, check out what are the possibilities of your body, no matter what deformity you are born with.
Right.
Because of the structure.
Yeah.
Structure is a type of strength. So if you take an egg and you try to squeeze it in a certain way, you can't break it. You know, you ever seen that experiment? Why? Because you're actually trying to crush a cylinder. To crush a cylinder, it takes a tremendous amount of force.
Yeah.
However, to break a
Check out this discussion of how to apply strength. Okay, very important, and it will apply to posture as well.
Just put something up.
Most of our Olympians come from Mazdoor kinds of backgrounds only, which is why after the Olympics are done, 10 years later, you find sad stories about them selling vegetables or becoming Mazdoors again, because the economics just don't support boring sports that nobody watches.
Up about I think you called Kurkumnen.
But also Olympic sports are not bodybuilding sports. So Olympic sports are kind of Mazdoor kind of strength application with more specific and with more support and training and better nutrition and stuff, which the stuff that Mazdoors are not getting. But all of that is better than what bodybuilders are doing.
Circumnen or curcumnen? Anyway, it's turmeric. It's the active ingredient in turmeric. And she just put something up on her Twitter page a couple of days ago about how important this stuff is. And to make sure that you have bioavailable. It improves memory and mood as well.
Well, I have to try it. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, it's just turmeric. It's
Really?
and that stuff is fantastic for inflammation. People that
Yeah,
have
remember that article which said turmeric is bad for health? Okay, all that stuff is pushed forward by fat fuck commies, not real people who know something about fitness.
soreness and like nagging injuries and nagging inflammation. Having that as a part of your daily diet is fantastic, along with fish oil. Fish oil is really good for that. Of course, and then watching your diet and making sure you're low in inflammatory foods like sugar and alcohol.
Right.
And
That's
things
huge.
really, it's amazing how much of a difference it makes.
It's
if,
huge.
if you have any sort of back injury or inflammation.
Yes, Ash Ketchum. Kurt Angle made that fortune only because he was in WWE. No, even then he would have been able to make a fortune, because there's so much of a wrestling culture in every school, across school and college. It's a NCAA sport, no? But even then, remember, Kurt Angle has had a tough life after retiring from WWE. He wanted to become a star. He's not being able to. Have you watched Pain and Gain, where Dwayne Johnson is the hero? Remember, Kurt Angle has a 5-10 second scene there. My hunch is that's Dwayne Johnson helping him out because he needs some money, I guess. Otherwise, why would such a gigantic WWE star do a fucking 10-second role in a movie?
Talked to this lady who was a therapist a few years back, and she was saying, you should really try going.
Fucking good question, Abhinav. Can someone like Amanda Nunes, those of you who don't know, since UFC does not do DEI, even then Amanda Nunes, a lesbian from Brazil, was a 2-division champion for many years. Can Amanda Nunes take on a man who does regular workout but is not a trained fighter? Every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Gluten.
Guys, let me show you something. I'm going to show you my picture on the day before my accident in 2017, and then how fat I got because of staying in bed rest for 2-3 years, and then when I started working out in 2020 again with intermittent fasting and workout, then where I got. Okay, so on the left is me at 72 kgs. I was pretty fit, but back then I was not into freehand and stuff. I did not know anything about MMA. I didn't know anything about too much about freehand exercise and stuff. I used to do bunch of push-ups and mainly a lot of some dumbbells and various kinds of dumbbells and squats and stuff at home. I was holding about 32% fat, and my belly was insanely strong. No one could hit me and stuff on my stomach, but abs were not visible because I was holding a lot of fat. The guy on the right is after 3 years of bed rest, and then it's after a bunch of workout and intermittent fasting and stuff. Now let's continue the conversation, and then I'll show you where I got later. Hardwired to do something, you have to get used to it. Okay, then this body, then this, then this. Okay, let's get back to Firas Zahabi. This is a very important section of the discussion. No audio, right? Yeah, sound is gone. Your browser, wait. Let me know if the audio is back. Hello. Can you all hear me now? Let me know if the audio is back, okay? Oh, lost audio from the podcast. Okay, let's see.
Since the day he
Yeah, my accident didn't happen because of reckless riding. I was on one of the flyovers of Kolkata, and with modern flyovers, they are separate bridges, right? They are separate structures completely, and both of the structures are one way on each direction. So I was riding at 10:30 in the night, on the night of Champions Trophy finals 2017, and India lost. So I took a blind corner, and all of a sudden there was a car in front of me taking the wrong way. And to be fair to that car, he thought, since I'm taking the wrong way, I'll just create less trouble for the guy in front of me. So he kept his headlights dipped down so that I don't have any trouble. And because of that, I didn't even know there was a car coming towards me to hit me. And for some reason, he didn't apply horns, so I didn't know he was there. So when I'm face to face with the car, there was another car on my left side which was going on the correct direction, and I was also going on the correct direction, but on the right side lane. So the car is in front of me. I'm on my R15 V2, best bike ever made for middle class people, best handling, etc. So the car hits me on my right leg. I do a somersault twice, thrice on top of the car and then land on the floor. For a while, I thought I'm going to fall off the flyover. Then I realized, and that moment, adrenaline kicks in. And adrenaline, for those of you all who have not been in too much of a injury or accident, will never know what adrenaline is. Adrenaline in a human body is truly sombrous. Adrenaline makes you a superhuman being. At that moment, your brain functioning, your alertness, everything shoots up right out of the stratosphere. Okay. So when I have hit the car and I'm flying in the air, I am doing countless calculations you won't believe. Okay. Firstly, I'm thinking, okay, am I about to fly off the fucking flyover? Is this my last day on earth? Secondly, even before I have hit the asphalt, or when I just hit the asphalt, I was thinking, you won't believe this. I usually had a pretty nice helmet, which cost about a bit more than 5,000 rupees. Okay. Just a few days before that accident, I bought a helmet that cost about 4,700 or 800 rupees because it just looked nicer. It looked cooler. So what I was thinking at that moment that, okay, am I about to die now because I downgraded my helmet just for a cool looking helmet? People usually upgrade to better helmets. I downgraded it because it was a beautiful looking helmet. So I thought, okay, now that was a mistake. And then I'm going around, rolling over on the road. Every way my head is hitting the road, and it's doing doom doom dark, etc. And then nothing happens. I come to a halt, and my glasses are broken, but my helmet is in perfect condition. I take off the glasses of the helmet, the visor, and I see the car has stopped a little. Someone peeps out, and I thought my initial reaction was that anytime anyone ever has a accident, they know that people will gather around or the guy himself will come and stuff. The guy doesn't stop. He leaves. Now it's 10:30 in the night, on the night of Champions Trophy finals. No one's around. Everyone's watching the match and in their homes, and I'm lying there. And the initial reaction is to try to get up. Right when I try to get up, I see that, wait, what's going on? Why can't I get up? Why is nothing working in my body? Okay. And my glasses are gone. I can't really see clearly. I see a bunch of fish bones, macher kata, lying around. Later on, some people start gathering after 10-15 minutes. When they come, they say that is they say, oh my god, the bones have come out of the leg. So they were not fish bones, they were actually my bones on the road. Okay. 2-3 inches of my tibia, meaning shin bone, from the middle of my shin bone had broken off and were lying there sprinkled on the road. And my knee was all twisted up, I could guess from my peripheral vision. So then they call up an ambulance from the other side of the flyover, from the other bridge. They ask him, they shout at him. Oh, before that, something insane happens. Since the people on the road were not used to seeing such serious accidents, whenever such an accident happens, it's usually to a chapri or someone who was not wearing a helmet or someone who was wearing a very bad helmet, ISI marked helmets, which are absolute horseshit. Mine was a DOT certified helmet. So they thought I'm about to die, and therefore decided, what's the point of sending him to a hospital? They actually had this conversation in front of me because they thought I'm dying. They didn't know that all the injury I had was just on my legs and not on my head. So one guy says, hey, we have to send him to the hospital. Another uncle says, what's the point? He's going to die right now. And that's when I lose my shit in my mind. I say, no, uncle, send me to a hospital. Then someone feels a bit of sympathy. and empties a bottle of water on my head for some reason. That okay, this guy is going to die anyway. At least this is the last act of kindness I'm doing on this guy. That I'm fully drenched in water for no fucking reason. Okay, now after 5-6 more minutes, another uncle says, no, we at least have to send him to the hospital. If he dies, he'll die in the hospital. Then they see an ambulance passing by. They call the ambulance. Comes off the flyover, then again climbs up this way. By that time, police has arrived, and I give my wallet and stuff and my bike keys to the police, for which I had to pay the police 15,000 rupees later on to get my bike back. Otherwise, I would have to go to some court for months every week for hearings and stuff. Okay, another guy from our riding group had faced the same thing. He hadn't even hit anyone. Okay, but since his bike was stuck up with the police, he had to go do hearings. I instead negotiated and paid 15,000 rupees to get back my own bike, even after I was hit by a car driving on the wrong side, who was never caught up until this day. Okay, then my leg is in pieces. They hold me somehow correctly. That they deserve huge credit for that, for not screwing my leg further while putting me inside the ambulance. And the ambulance was a short fucking Maruti van, so where my body was almost not fitting. And they took my backpack and me on the ambulance alone, sent me to the nearest hospital. And then on the way to the hospital, there's all bumpy roads and stuff because of socialism. And the first hospital that the driver took me to, the hospital just opened the door of the Maruti van from behind and said, "We can't do anything about this. Take him to X, another hospital." Then they take me to that hospital, and that's where all my treatment happened. There was one other funny thing that happened. The guy lost his way while going to the second hospital. He was roaming around all around the hospital. So in the end, I broke about 16 things. I had 16 fractures. My femur, which is the bone from your hip joint to your knees, I broke it in the middle. So there's a plate there. Then the upper half of that broken portion broke away from the hips. So it's screwed in right now. And my knee was twisted to the other side. Like when my mom first entered the emergency room, she couldn't figure out whether I was lying on my back or on my chest, because she was seeing me from far away. I was obviously senseless at that point because of the morphines. My consciousness was coming and going. So my knee was all fully twisted up. So later on, the doctors told me they had to use their fingers to pull out all the mud and weeds and stuff from my knees. It was fully open and twisted to another side. And then shin bone, of course, 2-3 inches fell off on the roads. And there's another thin bone called fibula right beside the tibia, which is not really important in the body, which also broke from the center and also broke away from the knees a little. And in the ankle, there were multiple fractures, but they didn't break away far away, so there was no surgery required. The plaster helped the ankle join together. And one of the joints of the toes dislocated. Didn't you call your parents? Yes. Right before getting up on the ambulance, they called up my parents from my phone.
Spend on working on his
receipt. Bribe का receipt होता है क्या?
Recovery from the workouts, like do you bust out the Tim Tam machine? And
retro, hilariously enough, none of my ligaments tore. Okay, no one should boast about these things. I'll just touch wood and stuff, but probably because of my fitness, and I was at the peakest of my fitness at that point. Okay, because I was preparing to go to Shillong in 2017, Shillong NH7 to see Tesseract and stuff on my bike. On the previous year as well, I had gone, but that was I took a flight to Guwahati, then took a car to watch Steven Wilson. But in 2017, I was planning to go there on my bike. So I would require a lot of fitness and back strength, because I had an R15 V2, which is not really good for long rides, but I did long rides on that anyway. But at least I would need a lot of strength. So I was in peak condition and fitness, flexibility, strength, everything. So my hunch is, because of that, even though my knees twisted, my ligaments didn't tear. Maybe just sheer luck. And the biggest fucking sheer luck was that my patella didn't break, the kneecap. If that would have broken, then though there's no replacement. Luckily, the two most significant things didn't break or tear. 15,000 Betobong, 15,000. Yeah, and I didn't get robbed. Yes. Tenoika is saying Kalo taka mere dilo police. Yes. Lucky mate. Yes. I'm glad that you've healed up well. Thank you. Betobong is saying I saw Coast of Dev versus lol. That was in XIMB Bhubaneswar, Xavier Institute of Management. We went there for a band competition. So after the band competition, we were doing that wrestling shit. Was it paining then, or did the adrenaline kicked in very hard? People have asked me this question, and I can't really figure out what was going on, because I was crying about in pain, but I don't remember the sensation of pain exactly. I think it was all too bloody, to be fair, to be truthful. Here to learn, interestingly, no, the mental health mafia didn't get to me at that point, of course, because of family support and stuff. And because of a general hatred for pussiness for all my life. Not for all my life, ever since I started watching Rocky and Never Back Down MMA movies and stuff. But remember, I told this story a few months back. I didn't tell the full context, of course. So I have had total 8 surgeries. After the last surgery after the 7th surgery, they gave me some new medicine for nerve pain. And I didn't know up until that point. Luckily, I found out after having just 2-3 days of that medicine that any nerve pain medicine is by default an antidepressant. So when they gave me that nerve pain medicine, all of a sudden I was reading India, Bharat, Pakistan almost casually, like a comic book, all day. I finished like one whole chapter in one day and fully understood, grasped everything, because I was on that goddamn antidepressant. So 2 days later, I found out that it is in fact antidepressant. The next day for checkup, I tell them, I'm fully plastered up, of course, at that point. I tell the doctors, I'm not fucking having that. That's an antidepressant. They say, okay, you'll suffer the pain. I said that, yeah, I've had 6 surgeries before that. I've suffered the pain. I don't care about this one anymore. The day I stopped that fucking medicine, next day onwards, I become suicidal. All of a sudden, I'm thinking, what's the point of this life? Who cares what happens anywhere? Why am I alive? And then I realized that, oh, this is the side effect of stopping that antidepressant medicine. Holy shit. I was on sort of a euphoria trip because of having that antidepressant. And now all of a sudden that's gone. So I'm falling in a void. Well, now let's sort it out. But I still feel like killing myself. But let's just wait. So I'm having a balance going on, sort of a tug of war of a conversation in my head. So luckily that effect wore out about after 2-3 weeks later. I don't remember the name. Not ready to even attack George St. Pierre, just out of respect. Oh, this gym, TriStar, is Firaz Zahabi's gym, where George St. Pierre trains. And interestingly, since it's a free market capitalist society, so there are economic disruptions every few years. And with economic disruptions, what happens is no statuses can be fixed for too long. Maybe just people at the top, very, very top, they remain at the top for ages and ages. But for the rest of the society, repeatedly statuses keep breaking down and losing status. Okay. And therefore, there's no casteism in USA, not in the ancient sense, not even in the current sense, too much. Which is why you'll see truck drivers training with big time actors and podcasters in a random Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym. In this TriStar gym, you won't believe how much it costs to train. 25 Canadian dollars per month, where the greatest MMA fighter in the history of the sport is training. You as a beginner can go there and see him train right beside you. Okay, TriStar gym in Canada. So people who hate capitalism hate market crashes, right? All day long they are talking about market crashes, but because of those cyclical market crashes, the society remains prosperous. A bit of suffering for every 12-15 years. Everything gets disrupted. No one gets to become a solidified Brahmin for 5,000 years. And then life moves on.
Her, if you knock George out, I'll give you $5,000.
Avinav, I thought I would get some PTSD of riding a bike or a car. I did not get that, luckily. Even when I used to travel on the in the ambulance while on the way to hospital for checkups and stuff, every time it felt like, because up until the day of the accident, up until the very previous weekend, every weekend I was roaming about in random places of West Bengal on my bike. Okay, Mandarmoni, Digha, one day trips, Jharkhand, Odisha, Sikkim. I've been everywhere on my bike. So when I finally got out on my ambulance after days in the hospital, every time I looked out, I felt like getting down and getting up on a bike. So I really wanted to ride my bike, but then for a different complication on my body, which I won't clarify because of others' security purposes, I was not able to ride a bike. Therefore, I sold it. If my body was in fully recovered condition, I would have gone on with the bike. So I had to sell it, and I shed a tear or two while that bike was being taken away. And that bike was in such fucking awesome condition that even though I sold it after like 6-7 months after the accident, the guy who took it, a dealer, just started the bike and left. He brought a chota hati mini door, matador and stuff. He didn't require. He just rode the bike to his garage. Dada, what do you think about Dwarkesh Patel and Sarah Payne, USA promoting their propaganda? I saw some Sarah Payne videos. I found them interesting. I'm planning to do some reaction videos on her.
Beat is
This is a great segue where I'll digress a little. But the digression is going to be extremely fruitful, guys. I will show you a 10-15 minute sort of a documentary on Firaz Zahabi, a day in his life. Okay. The reason I'm going to show you this section is because I want you to see how Firaz Zahabi trains his children as well. His outlook towards life and his outlook towards parenting and upbringing. Very, very important, guys. Check this out. You're going to love it. The devilish cold of Canada. Okay, the audio is gone again, right? I'll have to refresh. Wait. Yeah, we are back, hopefully. Yeah, check this out. So, the devilish cold of Canada.
Going back home, so I'm going in right now to make sure that everybody's getting ready, and then after that I'll be going back home, trying to rest, spend time with the family, train my kids, and then headed back in the evening again for more practice. This is the route I always take every day. Drive this route twice a day, minimum. Ready, boys? How are you, Philip? What's up, Robbie?
No, Firaz is Lebanese Muslim.
All right, good?
This is the stuff he was discussing about in the Joe Rogan podcast in the beginning. Avinav, probably no. If I become a significant composer in Tollywood, then no. If not, I'll keep on increasing my efforts in this channel. Can you become a great scientist and an MMA fighter? Yeah, there are some doctors and scientists in UFC.
Thank you, coach.
No problem. Let's go. Tarek, there's no wrestling tonight at Victor's? No. What are you doing tonight? You're going to come here? Okay, we're going to fence wrestle maybe if you feel good. Hey guys, start gearing up. Let's go. Like I have my parents, for instance.
Oh, Kamaru Usman was back then at TriStar.
They help me tremendously with the kids. But I also have
Yeah, check this out.
Definitely having kids changes things, you know. It's definitely a full-time job. I got 3 kids. I have an amazing wife who helps me tremendously, so it makes it a lot easier. But the thing was with kids, they need a lot of attention. So even though, you know, you have help, like I have my parents, for instance, they help me tremendously with the kids. But I also have to spend time with them, right? Or else I'm going to grow up and they're going to feel like they're strangers to me.
How about we have a picnic today instead of training?
Nope.
Huh?
Nope.
Drink some lemonade, make some sandwiches.
Nope.
What would you rather do?
Train.
Train? Good answer.
Both my sons love Rambo. They absolutely love Rambo. We actually have an ongoing debate of who would win in a fight between me and Rambo. And they're heart set on Rambo. You know, they're like, oh, Rambo's gonna win.
Tell everybody, who's stronger, me or Rambo?
Rambo. Rambo. Rambo's stronger. Rambo. I say Rambo.
One day I took them to the gym and I'm like, okay, ask everybody here now who they think is gonna win. And like, so they started asking everybody who would win, my dad or Rambo? And everybody's like, your dad, of course. Easy fight for your dad. So they were like kind of shocked. And I was just giving them the old, I told you so.
You know I already beat up Rambo once upon a time.
No.
Yeah, we were at a party at the same time, we crossed paths.
What?
He spilled my drink, so I beat him up.
Rambo finds his.
I made him buy me 5 new drinks. Yeah, after I beat him up.
I have a daughter as well. My favorite is her nickname, that's what I call her. My favorite.
This one is my favorite. Her name is Alisa.
It's my favorite. Tight.
Hello. Hello, hi. Hi. Hello?
She's everybody's favorite, so my sons don't mind I call her that. Relationships between father and daughter is a little bit different, you know? You have more of a soft spot, a little bit, I would say. And I think you have to have a daughter to know it. You know, I love my sons, of course, and I love all my kids really equally, of course, but it's a different relationship. Mother and son and father and daughter, they have a different relationship, I find.
Alisa, it's not fair.
Can't say no to a little girl. Okay, let her have one. Everybody can have one. Everybody can have one. Hey, what's it? What?
What's this mix? Candies, dates, ketchup?
Where's my candy? Get over my candy.
See, to her I can't say no, so she gets better. Vietnam now?
A lot of the time I spend with my kids, it's training. So I'm slowly grooming them to become good training partners and athletes themselves. So what we do is we train together.
Today I didn't even play. I just worked today.
Yeah?
No. That's it. No, you went outside. I played outside.
Let's not poubelle. Okay. How about we get the hurdles and do some jumps?
Okay.
Gotta go get the hurdles.
Okay. I gotta finish first. And then you go get them. I'm scared.
Tell the camera you're scared of the dark. Tell them.
No.
He's too scared to go in the basement by himself.
No.
Tell them.
Papa.
So go then.
Papa, I can go in the dark.
Really?
Yes. And then
Like
just
Batman?
and then just go put my sock. Hey, man, you want on the side? 100 push-ups.
One thing I really want my kids to do is get a black belt. But I really think black belt is the minimum requirement. Some people see it as like the ultimate achievement. I see it
Black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt is a minimum requirement, bro. That's the standard he is setting. So, is anybody with reservations going to be as... Is reservations going to replace this kind of parenting? And now, listen to what he says, okay? All of us will love this. The warrior poet thing. Check this out.
I think black belt is the minimum requirement. Some people see it as like the ultimate achievement. I see it as the minimum requirement. Because when you're a black belt, to me, that means you can work hard and you know how to think. You know how to solve a problem. You're a smart guy. You know, jiu-jitsu is a thinking man's game. You know.
Jiu-Jitsu is a thinking man's game. It's playing chess with your body.
It's also a physical man's game. It's the blend of both.
Yeah, man, bump and lift. Bump and lift. Escape. Good.
I see health and fitness and martial arts like same way I see going to school and learning science and math. You know, like, what if your son told you I don't want to learn math? Well, you'd be like, son, you need it for your life. You know, you need a certain level of math, minimum. I see martial arts training as another type of education. It's a very important one because if one day somebody attacks you, assaults you or whatnot, you taught me how to count, you taught me how to read, but you didn't teach me how to defend myself. So I would say my caretakers didn't complete my education. I think it's a crucial part of education.
That's all.
Lock on your feet, standing. Let me see, you locked your hands? Ayman, why do we call it a lock double? Because you lock your hands. Standing up, please. Wrestle. Nice, stay on your toes, on your toes, on your toes. Drive with your toes, on your toes. Go, 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 go. Yes, good job. Break. That was
Mara, look at the lats of this guy who's on top, okay? The young kid.
on your toes. Go, 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 go,
See the lats he already has developed. Holy shit.
go. Yes, good job. Break. That was awesome. Break.
My parents.
Good job. You know, I read a lot of books on psychology, and in psychology they have a concept of the emperor child. So some children, when they're born, they're put on a pedestal, and their parents basically almost worship them. So the child becomes an emperor because anything the child wants, he gets. So you offer the child a banana, and he tells you he doesn't want the banana, he wants the peach. And then you offer him the peach, he doesn't want the peach, he now wants the banana. Then you offer him the banana, he doesn't want the banana, he wants green. You gave that child so much power that he doesn't have the wisdom to wield this much power. So he has two adults that are bowing to him, they will do anything he wants, take him anywhere he wants. So the child becomes miserable. You think about all the great emperors that had too much power and they became psychotic because of the power. You're doing that to the child. I think what modern child psychologists say today is, look, give a child a set number of choices. Tell him you can have the banana, you can have the peach, or there's nothing else. Then let him choose. There has to be a degree of choice, but not ultimate choice, because that's just too much responsibility. I like to give my children choices. You can either do, sometimes I tell them, we can do a lot of training or a lot of training. Which one do you guys want to do? It's choices.
Okay, what next?
This is elite parenting. This is this is what happens in elite families.
That's it. High five. Good job.
Okay. I'm doing an invisible high.
Anybody
It
want
broke
to
my
dare
hand.
challenge me to a
Okay.
wrestling match?
It broke my hand.
I think your papa's the strongest. Who's stronger?
And see the way he articulated it. See the tone of his voice. See his word choices and the topics he is discussing. A martial arts trainer, of course, one of the greatest in the world. See the breadth of his reading material, okay? And here we have right wingers who are refusing to read anything even beyond just Garud Prakashan books, bro.
Who? Say it to the camera. Who's the strongest? Me or Rambo?
My pop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my sons are like my best buds, We go back and forth. We're kind of like, it's almost like a fraternity at my house. Tell the camera who's stronger.
You.
Me or Rambo? Who's stronger?
You.
Under no coercion, you admit.
Stronger.
You said in front of everybody I'm stronger, so now it's over. I can play forever now.
He's not stronger.
If training is a habit, you don't really have any resistance to it. Like for instance, I'm going to the gym right now. I have no second thoughts of whether I feel like it's a habit for me. I've done this so much. I've built up to this level of volume of training. For me, it's just a normal day. I'm not even thinking about, it's just my routine. It's almost automatic. Hey guys, we're
This is where we'll end this particular video. We'll get back to the other one now. The important question that's being asked in the comment section now, I'll take that up. So, where did it go? Yeah. AK Brahmo is asking, I have this question too. How did the Bengalis who made the Anglos piss their pants in 1900s become bedwetters by 1980? Bhai, one question. I think this is not talked about enough, but Brahmo Samaj has had the most lasting influence on the Bengali psyche, meaning the Kolkata's Brahmin Buddha psyche, which then, of course, trickled down to the rest of Bengal. Not rest of Bengal, maybe at least till the officers in the 2010 onwards, but up until then, at least in Kolkata for everyone, for all the trendsetters and tastemakers of Bengal, all of them were mainly, knowingly or unknowingly inspired from Brahmo Samaj. What was Brahmo Samaj? A Christian ripoff. What is Christianity? Nice guy. The meek shall inherit the earth. So, The Bengalis of 1900s, what did they have? They did not have the shame of being capable and violent. What did some of them have more? Some of them have on top of that the actual capable of violence. And again, the nice man versus a good man conversation. Bengalis forgot all of that because of Brahmo Samaj and Christian nicety. That a nice man is not a good man. A nice man is a harmless man who is not capable of violence. A good man is someone who is capable of violence but doesn't use it. He uses it only when required for very specific things. वो छोड़ दिया and everything went to hell and fell down like a house of cards. Strength, functional strength training, and Haryana guys probably. Bhetobong is saying, Dada, I have this hand gripper. Could you please show some stuff to do with it? It just is just kept in a dusty corner. No. Don't keep it in a dusty corner. It's very good for elbow strength, grip strength, and when you are feeling drowsy, do it 5-10 times. Of course, when I first bought it, you can adjust the weight of it. I have kept it at max weight. I couldn't do it initially. Now I can. All you have to do is remember to touch it. It has to touch. Okay, you have to hear a sound, at least a little tuck. Otherwise, unless you do the full extension of your wrist, there's no point doing it. If you can't, of course, then of course change the grip. But whatever the strength you are using, do it, extend it fully. Okay. So even as a warm up before exercises, your workout routine, you can use it to wake up your elbow muscles and stuff. Really great for grip strength, and especially in fight situations, in functional strength and stuff, MMA, street fights and all. If you train with this, you hold a guy's hand. That's the end of the story. One should not discuss this stuff, but let's say I have been in a situation where I had to hold a guy's hand because he was trying to go on hitting me. I held the guy's hand and he could not even take it out of my hands, take out his hands out of my grip. That's what happens when you train with this stuff and you do mudgal stuff, because all of that is grip strength, pure kettlebell stuff. All of that is elbow and grip, elbow, wrist, grip, elbow, wrist, grip. Okay. So such a beautiful way to de-escalate a fight. फाइट आगे बढ़ेगा ही नहीं, वो तुमको मारेगा, तुम उसको मारोगे, वो कुछ चुतियापा है ही नहीं. हाथ पकड़ लो, बात खत्म. That's how much grip strength you must have. And then there was a funny thing that happened on the first day of my jiu-jitsu training with my coach. Since I have the advantage of pull-up bars at home, pull-ups give you such incredible upper body strength, which is not visible. No one will look at me and think I go to a gym or have muscles and stuff. So I remember once a colleague in my office said, "You are so skinny. You look like a gajeri, nasedi admi." Back then I am at the peak of my fitness. Okay, so my jiu-jitsu coach asked me to hold him from behind in this seatbelt grip. This is called a seatbelt grip. His body, my right hand goes from underneath his right armpit. My left hand goes from over his left shoulder. I'm holding him here. Okay. He was going to show me how to break the grip and then do other stuff. He could not break my grip only on the first or second day of my jiu-jitsu training, because this had nothing to do with jiu-jitsu skills, of course. This was just my grip strength and my lateral muscle strength, which I got from just pull-ups. Unbelievable, right? So that's the point of this thing. What's it called? I don't remember. So do it all the time.
Brilliant trainer.
He's a fascinating
He's
guy.
he's a
He's out of his
brilliant human
fucking
being.
mind too.
He's out of his mind.
We interviewed him as
Now listen
in
to
his
the
gym.
full discussion here.
You have to apply 100.
Bhetobong, that would depend on how much of other strength, how much of push-ups you can do on that. Let's say if you are someone who can do 10 push-ups comfortably, and if you are a beginner in mudgals, then 3 kg might be a stretch, 2 kg might be good, because even after doing workouts for all my life, I started mudgal with 2 kgs, and even then it was tough, because mudgal is a whole other ball game. You should not judge a mudgal with a mudgal's weight. The workout technique is so different. So if you can do 15, 15 to 20 push-ups, 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 15 to
যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়, তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে। যদি আলো না ধরে, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে, যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে, তবে বজ্রানলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে, আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।